Well, I'm quite stumped here, but I think I will go Brazil. I think I will go Brazil for that reason. And yes, this was a good guess. This was a really nice guess indeed. Hey, that is not bad. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today we are playing Nearest Country Streaks. Once again, it's becoming a bit of a series on this channel. And if you don't understand, let me explain it very quickly with an example. So let's say you get dropped into a random round here, and all of a sudden you see a guy and he is riding along, and you're like, huh, who's that? It's Putin. So you think, oh, we're in Russia. And you go to guess Russia. Well, this is not the case for this game, because in this game, you have to guess the nearest country, not the actual country where you are. So we already established that we're in Russia. However, we have to guess where in Russia we are based on the nearest country. So if we think it's in this section of the country, we guess Finland. If we think it's in this section of the country in the light blue, then we guess in Kazakhstan, and so forth. So you pretty much get it. It's pretty simple, but it gets quite difficult, actually. Some countries that would otherwise be quite easy become quite difficult. So let's head straight into things here on Diverse World. We'll go no moving, no time limit, just chill. And let's see if we can do better than last video where we got 5 in a row as the best. So this one is simple enough. We're in Taiwan, and Taiwan's closest country is pretty much just China. So this is actually probably the easiest round we'll get. Of course, we are in China right there, and so we move to a 1 country streak, and the way I've worked it out is we can go -1, and that will count for us like that. Okay, so this one is clearly Peru. We've got these black and white poles, and so the question becomes, whereabouts? Whereabouts will we go here? Obviously, Brazil an option, Ecuador, maybe Colombia, Bolivia, Chile. I think Bolivia here, but it really could be Ecuador too. Okay, so let's see, let's pay a bit more attention here. Got like some banana plants, maybe feels a little more tropical. It is fairly green, but also the mountains are quite dry. So I think Ecuador here, I think Ecuador is more likely than Bolivia. Obviously the cutoff point would probably be like somewhere over here near Lima. So if it's north of Lima, we're essentially correct. But if it is in Lima, then Brazil might be correct. So we'll see here. I'll go Ecuador. And, ooh, this is a close one. I think it's closer to Brazil. Unfortunately, that's closer to Brazil. So we lose our streak. We start off again. And that is no problem. That is no problem, because oftentimes you will get these wrong. So this one appears to be oh no, I was going to say France, but it's actually Italy with this plate with the 2 blues. And yes, this is Italy for sure. So the question becomes, which country will be the closest? I think we're going to be in the north here, because I did think it kind of looked like France. This could even be on Sardinia itself. It's possible, because it's Generation 2 as well. Yeah, I do kind of feel like France or Switzerland are probably the best options here. One of the two. So, and if it was in Rome, then Corsica might be closer. So I might guess Corsica here. Hedge it. Switzerland's probably the other option, but let's see if I'm correct. And okay, so yeah, Switzerland is closer here. Not to worry, we'll start again. But yeah, no one said this would be easy, and I think all the games I've played on here so far prove that it's not. You actually, essentially what the game comes down to is guessing the exact right location, or close enough. So we got blue strips here, driving right hand side of the road. Generation 4 camera. Thinking, could this be... I'm actually not sure. Let me hold my judgment for a sec. So, is it France or Belgium? Or the fact that it's an unbroken line means it could be a number of different countries here. This architecture in the background is strange to me, though. I don't know if you guys feel the strangeness of it as well. So where would this kind of location be? It almost looks German. Could it be Austria? It feels far too flat for Austria, surely. So I'm actually kind of stumped here. I mean, obviously it doesn't help if I don't know what country we're in to begin with. How am I going to guess the nearest country if that's the case? I think this might be Czech Republic. And if it's Czech Republic, I'm going to guess in Germany. I'm going to say with the German side of Czech Republic, but really not sure here. And okay, this was France, and the nearest country is definitely Belgium. So unfortunately, we miss out. And why did I don't know, the architecture was messing me up there, but that's okay. We have only got 1 correct answer so far. This one is the UAE, and I think it'll just be Oman. That's pretty safe in my opinion. And yes, it is. In fact, if I had have clicked right here, we would have had a crazy score, but such is life. So we can move ourselves to -1, and we've got a broken location, so we can just skip this. And no, this broken location was in Switzerland. The broken locations are super annoying at the moment. Anyhow, we are on -1, which is good. And we now have what appears to be a Canada round. I really do think this is Canada. Desford is interesting. I do think this is going to be on the Canadian side though, especially because this pole appears to be made out of wood, and that is much more common in Canada. So let us guess right here in the US. I think that's going to be safe. And yes, it is right across the border. So we move to -2. Excellent. Excellent. This one is Norway, and the nearest country should be Sweden. I don't really think there's a world in which this is actually going to be Denmark or something like that. So you're just going to send Sweden here. And sure enough, Sweden is the closest. I mean, oof. Yeah, we're closer to Sweden right here. So we can move to -3. Okay, this is the streak we were looking for, ladies and gents. So I think this one with the black car and with this street sign should be in Arge. We should be in Arge here. And if we are in Arge, then Chile should be closest because it's quite dry, which means probably that we are near the hills, and actually we can see hills to the north there, so that would make sense. So obviously Bolivia is still possible here, and Paraguay perhaps an outside chance as well, but I am pretty confident with Chile here, so let's see. Please don't be Bolivia. Yeah, so the closest country is Chile here. I mean, you could make an argument for that, but I'm pretty sure we actually are closer here, which is great. Which means we move to -4. Okay, so this is the run I was looking for. Just one bad guess there, but that was the black screen. So actually, we made it through a whole seed there, which is pretty sick. Okay, so let's see if we can extend this lead. This one is really interesting looking, actually. I think it's going to be... Oh, I was going to say I thought it was Mexico, but these are Ecuadorian bollards. Not to worry. Ecuador actually kind of only gives us 2 options. Are we closer to Peru, or are we closer to Colombia? My hunch is that we're closer to Colombia here. Kind of looks more like Colombia, but it's very flat. So I kind of think we're probably out here somewhere. And actually, we have the name of the road here. So this is the 12 and the 634. So if we can actually find the 12, that might be worth it for keeping the streak alive. So the 12, it doesn't actually say where it's going to, but it has to be one of the bigger highways. So I'm hoping it pops up very soon. There's the E10, the E15, so surely it's somewhere in near there. It's also pretty flat, so could it be all the way up there? I'm not sure. Okay, it actually doesn't seem to be popping up for me anywhere, which is unfortunate. All of these seem to be divisible by 5, so I'm not sure if how 12 is going to fit into that. But I might just go up where there's the 10. Because I think it would make sense for the 12 to be near the 10, and also with the climate, I think that would also kind of fit. Also the fact that it's quite flat, so I think I'm just going to go for that. If it is closer to Peru, then so be it. And yeah, this is unfortunately closer to to Peru. That is kind of surprising to me. It was very green. Certainly nothing you would see like that in Peru, but we lose our streak, so let us start again. Okay, so next one is with the white car. We have a yellow center line here. This one should be Peru with the black and white signage. And this one feels closer to Bolivia than me. I'm just going to go for Bolivia here because it's round 1. And no, that's actually closest to Brazil once again. It was actually in a town near Lima there. So, oh, such is life, such is life. Gonna have rounds like that sometimes. This one is definitely Poland. We got a Polish bollard here. And whereabouts would we be closest to? My hunch, this looks most like Lithuania, but of course Russia in Kaliningrad is also an option here. I think actually we're probably have to go Russia here, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, who would have thought that the nearest country to this round would be Russia, but I do believe it will be. Let's see if we're right about that. And that is actually closer to Germany just. Wow. I mean, that's pretty even. Do we want to give ourselves the benefit of the doubt here? Well, that's about 50-50 actually. Right here to right here. I think I'll give that to us. Or will I? Yeah, I think I'll give that to us. I think we're actually close enough there. Bit of benefit of the doubt type of thing there. Might have been just further away, but I don't mind. Next one is... Hold on, where are we? This one is going to be in Uruguay? It's Uruguay with the white poles and everything, and the gum trees here. Look at these. And let's see what it says. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it says Uruguay, so that is correct. The question of the closer country, though, is kind of interesting here, because I do kind of feel like this might be a Brazilian one. Where does it get most hilly in Uruguay? Because this is actually quite hilly for Uruguay, that's for sure. It's not really, I don't think it's kind of the landscape you get right on the border. So, could be wrong about that, but yeah, I don't think it is. It's quite a lot of litter as well. But does it get at all hilly up here? I kind of feel like it might. I kind of feel like that is a better shout. Looking for where the roads get more bendy, because often that correlates with hills. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm quite stumped here, but I think I will go Brazil. I think I will go Brazil for that reason. And yes, this was a good guess. This was a really nice guess indeed. Hey, that is not bad. Pretty happy with my logic there. Actually, that's exactly where I was talking about the where I was talking about those hilly roads. So next one is looking like Lithuania. I think they're Lithuanian bollards, right? In which case we've kind of got like a pretty normal 50-50. Actually, not true, because Russia's still oh no, Belarus is still a contender here. But I think I will just go Latvia. I think Latvia would make sense. It's kind of the biggest land border. Certainly could be closer to the other two, but I think Latvia is just going to be the safe option here. And that is closer to Russia. Wow, that is actually closer to Russia than anything else, so that is quite unfortunate. Okay, not to worry. We'll go for a few more attempts here, because I am having fun, and I still want to break my record. I really am, like, hungry to beat my record. It's just such a hard mode. So Clarence Road here. I think we are in the US, in which case Canada would be closer. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think we're just going to go Canada here. And yeah, this was in Michigan, so sure enough, we were actually pretty close there. And that moves us to -1. This one is Japan. Is it northern or southern, though? Is it northern or southern? Is this Generation 2? This is a bit of Japan Generation 2. Quite rare, I feel like. But I feel like it's more southern than northern. What do you guys think here? It's actually kind of hard to tell. It does almost have a... Like, we have a lot of pines and stuff. It does almost have like a more northern feel to it, but I'm still leaning more southern. And if it is more southern, then South Korea is kind of it's a toss-up between South Korea, Taiwan, maybe US overseas territory is even possible. Russia? Surely not Russia. I think I'm just gonna go with the safe option here and go for Korea. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious indeed. And yeah, this is probably closer to Taiwan, isn't it? Okinawa, of course. So let's actually think for a second here. Yeah, I do believe it is significantly closer to Taiwan there, unfortunately. It's pretty close, but just in the Taiwan region. So, feeling a little bit unlucky with that round. Let's just get one more good streak, and then I will end the video. So, back to 0. This one is Generation 2, fairly dry. It is in South Africa, and I'm going to say we're close to Botswana or Namibia is the question. I think we're closer to Botswana here. Let's see. And yes, we're closest to Botswana. That was a good call. Actually, Lesotho was kind of a threat there. Should have been paying more attention to that. That's okay though. Next one, Brazil. How's Brazil feeling first off here, but I'm actually not sure. Yeah, black back of the sand should be Brazil. In which case, where would we be closest to? I think Bolivia. I think Bolivia here. Paraguay is possible. Paraguay, Bolivia, Uruguay. Maybe this could be Amazon, to be honest. So I think Bolivia is a good call. Let's go right there. And yeah, I think we're closest. So we're on 2 now. Good. Next one is... Ooh. We actually got to figure out the country here. This is kind of difficult. We got no car meta. So this could be... Serbia? Could it be Serbia? I think so. I actually think Serbia is probably the most likely here, which is not fantastic for us. So it feels quite southern. It does feel quite southern to me. What are you guys thinking with this? I'm not sure. I think if I was going Serbia, the nearest country would probably be Romania. I think it kind of reminds me of rounds I've had like that. It definitely is a bit more flat, and it gets hillier to the south. So we'd be looking more on the north side. Bosnia possible here. Maybe Bosnia. Or actually, look at how far Croatia goes here. Might be Croatia. Ooh, I'm actually kind of scared here. Could be Hungary too. All these 5 countries here, or 4 countries here, are the real options. But I think Croatia, just because of this little kind of jut. So I'm gonna go for it. What? Yo, I didn't even check the sun. And actually, that's kind of shameful. Okay, so that was outside Buenos Aires. I mean, I didn't guess the closest country. I did guess the wrong country though, so I at least did that. But there you have it. I think I will end the video there. So thank you for watching all the way to the end if you did. And yeah, do give this a go yourself. I'm really just keep making videos on this because I want to be successful, but it really is that hard that you have to be playing your best Geoguessr to get it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a video soon, and thank you very much for watching.